Those are first world accommodations. If you're from the Philippines, man, you have a great country. You should be really, and I'm sure you are, really, really proud of it. I've been to 9 different hotels when I was in Manila in 30 days. In the state I was, I don't think I was going to live more than a few more years. If there's any limitations to the action for it all, it's going to be not everything's cheaper. Not everything's cheaper at all. In fact, their fruits and vegetables, and this is in Subic, Olongapo, which is about an hour and a half outside of Manila. So I'm going to have a cold tiger. Ice cold beer. But don't come here and automatically assume everything's going to be cheap. You know, it's what it is. When in Rome, right? Do as the Romans do. What I do like about this lobby is they have an ice cold water dispenser that pumps out cold water and hot water for coffee. So that's good. So I will refill that. And we're about to have a tiger, black and strong. Yep, 6.9. I think you guys can hear me really well. And it's warm, so I'm having ice, traditional. I don't usually drink beer with ice, but we are going to tonight set my computer up. You may be right, I may be crazy, but it just might be a lunatic you're looking for. So we're gonna do a proper edit. My glass is clean. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me really well with the microphone. I'm finding the Action 4. If there's any limitations to the Action 4 at all, it's going to have to be said to the audio. And I have not honestly given it a comparison to my GoPro. All right. Y'all don't look at my password here. There we go. So I recommend cleaning the tops off these things, a little bit at least. Because I've been warned, there are some situations where you have mice and rats. In fact, it's kind of dirty in there. So I cleaned it up, I'm good enough. I'm gonna count on that 6.9% alcohol to take care of the sanitation for me. Oh, ice cold beer. I know some of you are cringing, beer and ice, but you know, it's what it is. When in Rome, right? Do as the Romans do. All right, so. Mates, that is actually rather good. I'm surprised because it says strong, black strong. And usually when I have a black, strong beer, the taste is a little bit rich for me. So this one, it's not strong at all. I'm sure the alcohol content is, though. 6.9. They talk about Red Bull, I believe, is 5.9. So this is twice as, well, not twice as strong, a whole percentage stronger. So, my thoughts on the Philippines so far. If you're going to come to the Philippines, be ready to be challenged. And I don't mean in a negative way, but by the little things. So if you're a fussy person and you worry about all the little details, you worry about whether the room's perfect, or you worry about the traffic and how it's handled, this may not be for you. If you're open to new experiences and to a different culture, a different way of doing things, if you don't mind random checkpoints everywhere and being stopped by the police with guns, if you can handle that, this is an amazing place. The culture so far has been, well, honestly, I expected this, has been fantastic. So there's been no letdown culturally. It's been a really, really good place to visit. Really good people, decent times, and I have not run into a single problem. In fact, I had one little problem, but it was just a moment, a comment. But it was by a European guy. I don't know which country he's from, but he didn't speak English. And he didn't like the camera. He could see it coming, and he screamed out, "No!" in a very loud, rude, unnecessary way. So, I'm thinking, like, was this some kind of international criminal that I stumbled across? He doesn't want his, the chance of his face showing on camera. But anyway, regardless, it doesn't matter. Wasn't planning on filming him anyway. That was the only person in 6-7 weeks that I even came close to running into a situation with. But even that was just a comment, and it was just, "I'm not filming you, dude," and I walked away. Everybody else has been enormously receptive. I like to ask everybody if they want to be on the vlog first. I don't just generally film people without asking, unless they're in the background or something. And there are a lot of people that say, oh, no, 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 no. But they're polite. They're really nice. So on that level, Tiger's good. Yeah, I'll drink Tiger again. I will definitely order that again. So, good beer, by the way. Tiger, I understand it's from Thailand. Let's see, is it? I met an Aussie, a gentleman from Australia. Asian lager since 1932. Camboyoy City, Laguna, Philippines. So, yeah, this is brewed and canned in the Philippines. So this apparently is a Filipino beer. But our Aussie friend that I met in 7-Eleven, he said that this was, he might not have said it was from Thailand, but he was in Thailand when he was drinking it. So yeah. All right, let's see what I have on this editor. Testing out my drone, which is turning out to be pretty cool. Day 40, drone day. So there we go here. Working on my edit.
There's a camp spot up there. There's also a hot springs. I'm going to check them both out.
So yeah, I got a lot to do, man. I just started the edit now. So I'm in negotiations with my friend right now, whether we want to go to someplace a little more beautiful like Palawan or Sikihor. I know Davao City was mentioned, but honestly, I don't know anything about Davao City. So if you guys are watching this, I would like to have your opinions. Where would be a beautiful place to go that is sort of province orientated? I really am not crazy about the big cities, but we'll visit them, of course. But that I can do some really great fishing. I'd like to catch some fish, eat some fish, do some cookouts. In fact, I would like to do some overnights. I'd like to do some overnight catch and cooks, and I don't know where to go. So it's kind of a hard thing to do when you're a new person to a country to figure out which spots are the best. So I need the locals to help me. So any ideas you have would be really, really great. I haven't had a beer in a couple of weeks, I think, but this is good. It's a good beer. Well, if I'm going to drink a beer with you guys, the least I could do is let you see it on camera. So that's what that was about. All right, let's open up my SD card. And another thing I'm doing too is I have 2.5 terabytes of space on here. But you'd be amazed how fast, when you're recording in 4K 60, how fast 2.5 terabytes load up. So I've had to dump files a bunch of times. So now I have these 256 gig SD cards, which are really fantastic. I love the large cards. And I'm starting to edit right off of them. I mean, there's no point in transferring all this data over to your computer when I have a high-speed card and, USB 3.0. There's no problem with editing. The only problem is when you unplug it or take it away or switch cards and you don't remember which one it is, your whole edit is destroyed temporarily until you plug it back in. So no problem when you plug it back in. But you got to remember which card's which. And then when I'm done with the edit, I save the basic files, make my whatevers, my shorts, and I turn around and wipe the card, ready for use the next day. Excuse me. So, one of the problems I'm having, one of the difficulties I'm having is trying to figure out what you guys want. And for instance, I just filmed a ride up to a campsite, which is a really cool ride, by the way. And the campsite was pretty decent and a hot spring. But part of it is the journey, right? So I want to put the whole thing with the video of the drive there and stuff. But it's potentially very boring to you guys. So what I'm starting to do now is cut out the journey there and just do the there, a little bit, like 10 seconds, 40 seconds, arriving at destination and visiting it. It's a tough decision because we're throwing away a lot of footage. So question for you guys would be, how many of you would want to see another channel a sister channel, if you will, or brother channel that we have, like PH driving, drive-throughs, discussions on the road, things like that. But to see the road systems and drive through the cities and towns with the real audio, hear the noises and the musics and the different vehicles driving by. So if you guys would like that, I may open up another channel just to dump all that footage so you guys can enjoy seeing the real Philippines. Instead of the Philippines that us vloggers like to edit out. I mean, we don't give you all of it because we can't really, but maybe give you all of it, like uncut, like raw footage, so it's an idea. You all let me know what you think, because your opinion matters. It's more important than mine, really, to some extent. I mean, I have to do a lot of this out of my heart, and so you gotta do what feels good to me too. And yeah, let me know. So editing's a challenge, not because the editing's hard. It does sometimes take a whole day to edit one video. It can sometimes take 2 half days or whatever, and other times it can take just several hours. It all depends. Get those. But that's not the hard part. The time isn't the hard part. The effort isn't the hard part. The hard part is deciding what to give you and what not to give you. And not because I don't want to show you what's there, but because I don't want to show you stuff that is boring, right? Because the algorithm sees that you guys drop off and you don't watch, then the channel goes down. So I have to maintain that balance. But yeah, if you guys want to see another channel where we do, I don't know what to call it, behind the scenes, the journeys to, the highway systems, the road systems, the raw and cut footage, the unedited type footage, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to set it up. I mean, wasting all this time, I mean, dozens and dozens of hours of footage in a short period of time I'm here in transport. And to be honest with you, I mean, when I'm driving around the cities and stuff, it's fascinating to me. I mean, as a newcomer and a first-time person in the Philippines, used to the Western road systems in the United States, I see this stuff and it's just like, wow. I mean, to me, it's kind of madness, but incredibly compelling, interesting. And I have to say, the Manila drivers, the cab drivers, the trike drivers, all of them have to be some of the best drivers in the world, because the stuff I saw in the first 48 hours taking my grabs and my taxis and stuff were absolutely mind-numbing. Like 15 different lanes of stuff, maybe exaggerating, but huge numbers of lanes of converging from different directions, cutting across, different angles, many times without any kind of signals or lights or anything, just all happening in utter madness. Like our Grab driver was driving. Very good at it. What was his name? I forget his name now. Anyway, our Grab driver was driving and I was stunned. I mean, there were motorcycles and cars this far away from the edge of this car, trying to force their way in. And one of the behaviors in the Philippines that we don't see so much in the West, maybe in some of the really inner cities it's possible, but I haven't seen it, is you pretty much force your way forward. The idea of courtesy and like, yes sir, go, is almost non-existent. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because by all means it does exist. There are certainly nice people and courteous. I do it to people and people do it to me occasionally. But generally speaking, you push. It's kind of like a game of chicken. I'm going this way, you're going this way. And it's kind of like you yield to the person that maybe has the edge, but it's right up to the last minute, and then you hit your brakes and stop. And it blows my mind that there's not like millions and millions of accidents here. I mean, how do they do it? How do they pull it off? It's stunning. So that's why I say the people that drive around in Manila and the Philippines and the cities, the heavy cities, are probably some of the best drivers in the world. And there may be other cities that are like it. There may be comparisons, but certainly not where I come from. Where I come from, the roads are pretty darn well organized. I mean, for God's sake, we complain about traffic when there's just a line of cars and there's construction and we're slowed down. That's traffic to us, right? Traffic to them is like 15 different vehicles hitting a roundabout, all coming from different directions, some of them cutting across all the lanes at the same time. It's just nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts, but really cool at the same time. So that's the footage I'm talking about. There's so much there. And not just that, there's the riding in the country, like separating and driving out of the city into the province where it's beautiful. You guys want to see that? I've never seen that. I've been watching vlogs for the Philippines for the last 5 years. Yeah, probably about 5 years. And in such, I fell in love with the country. I'm like, this is a great place. I want to come and see and meet the people. What a great culture, because of the vlogs. But there's so much that I've never seen. So boots on the ground, man, is a different reality. There's a whole different thing here. And if you ever get a chance and you have a sense of adventure and you're not too particular and you're willing to deal with things, man, jump on a plane and come over. Be ready for it, though. Don't be like these guys that I see here. I was driving around Angeles City the other day, and there was an expat. That means a guy from the city holding up a sign, and he was saying, hungry, need money for food, and so on. It's sad. And, this is a party city. So you wonder, like, does this guy really need money for food? Why doesn't he go to the embassy? Why doesn't he go home? Can he go home? Is he stuck here? I don't know. I didn't talk to him. I drove by. We're on our road, and in the busy city, there's really just no stopping and having a chat. You just don't do that unless you're walking. But my good fellow folks, if you're from the Philippines, man, you have a great country. You should be really, and I'm sure you are, really, really proud of it. It's got its drawbacks, but so does every country, including mine. And then you guys are working through it. You guys are developing fast, and I think that you guys are the rising star of Asia. I think you're a rising star. I think this place is developing nice. I mean, the infrastructure needs a lot of work, but it's here. It's here. I mean, everything. The nice places. If you want to go to those places, the malls, whatever, those are first world accommodations. There are nice places here, and then there's places like this, Red Planet. Which is a pretty good hotel, at least in Manila and stuff. Not a 5-star hotel by any means, but it's clean, no insects, good air conditioning. And the 3 different Red Planets that I was in Manila, and by the way, guys, I've been to 9 different hotels when I was in Manila in 30 days. 9 different hotels. Oh, so I've seen everything from the ants and the cockroaches to things that I couldn't describe. I don't even know what they are on the walls and on the beds and stuff, to thin mattresses about this thick, and for a 300-pound man, 150-kilo guy, man, those thin mattresses hurt. I've seen mattresses that are thin on top of broken plywood. I've seen it all, man. Wow, I don't know if I've seen it all, but I've seen a lot. 9 different hotels in 30 days, so I have a lot of experience with it. So when I tell you that the average price for a hotel, if you're not super particular, you can spend hundreds of dollars a night if you want a 5-star. But you can get $18 to $25 a night. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, that's a good price. So the average price is $18 to $25 a night. One of the reasons I came to Red Planet, went to the first Red Planet. All right, let me tell you the story. So landed here, and my friend / tour guide, fellow vlogger, right, met me here. He had set up a hotel. Now, I'm not in that good a shape. So it set me up a hotel that was on the 5th floor with no elevators. Besides, it turned out to have a lot of bugs and stuff, so I'm glad I didn't go there. And I hit him up on the phone. I'm like, 5th floor? What? 5th floor? I gotta walk, and I have a lot of luggage. I have too much luggage, by the way. Pack light, guys. I mean, you can buy everything here. If you have some money, you can buy everything here. I packed based on my province videos. Like, I might need more bug repellent. I might need more sunblock. Oh my gosh, what if I can't find it? It's all here, man. You can buy your Old Spice if you want, or your, what do you call that? Ace Lock? Cologne. Yeah, you can buy your Axe cologne sprays and deodorants. It's all here, man. It's all here. You can buy your soaps. And this really, you don't need to carry all that stuff. But I carried too much. And I wanted my fishing poles. I brought my fishing lures, my fishing box, all ready to go to catch some fish. Still haven't caught any fish yet, by the way. So I bought way too much. My recommendation is underpack, and don't worry so much about TSA and stuff. It's not that big a deal. I stressed out about it a lot. I never did an international flight before. This is my first time. So I was really worried about it, and I tried so hard to make it perfect, and I did. No problems at all. But yeah, bottom line is pack light. Pack light, and you'll be happier. As time progresses here, I'm actually considering about the possibility of buying a motorcycle or a scooter and putting everything into 2 packs. One large backpack and another pack that somehow I can strap to the bike. If I can pull that off, and I can get a bike and it'd be legal, right? Legal. I can travel across the country, and from island to island with the bike, you take a boat. So I can take a boat, and I can see the whole place, man. And go places where few have gone before. I actually think there are very few vlogs showing some of the places that I've gone already. Back roads. I tend to take a little bit of a risk. Now, for the better or for worse, I take those risks. I enjoy it. Okay, let's see. What do I want to talk about? So yeah, I've seen my share of hotels. I've been in $200 or $100 a night hotels. I've been in $14 or $15 a night hotels. And I've been in pretty typically $20, $25 a night hotels. If your internet speed is crucial for you guys, you're coming to Manila, I probably shouldn't recommend this because that means all the rooms will be taken up. If 100 more people are coming a month, oh my gosh. But anyway, if you're looking for really good internet and a good clean place with excellent air conditioning, free water, nothing else, no refrigerators, no microwaves, some of them have hair dryers, do Red Planet in Manila. So that has good internet. The internet is so good you can do high-speed gaming if you're a gaming channel owner and you want to do something like that. But most hotels, if you're just a vlogger, are enough for you to simply have enough internet to do your uploads at night. So, 15, 20 MBS, megabytes per second, Mbps, is enough to vlog, but it's not enough for that other thing I said. So most hotels are going to work. Here in Angeles City, I'm finding that we did a whole bunch of things. We even asked to switch rooms and stuff, checking out all different stuff. So I went from one room to the other, talking to the lady, and found out that it seems to be either this building's reception is not good, or maybe the whole area is not good. And this is the original, by the way, Red Planet, by the way, the first one ever built in the world, or ever taken over and renovated, whatever they did here. But I found out that it seems to be that the internet's like this, man. You'll run 60, 80, 90 Mbps in and out, and then you'll drop down to 10 or 20. So it goes up and down and up and down. So if you're relying on a really stable, high-speed connection, that could be a problem. I'm doubting that it's any better around the city, but it might be. It might just be building orientated. Overall, a decent place. We're paying, a decent place. I'm paying $19 a night, but it fluctuates. So check out Agoda and Travelocity and all these different places. And I was very hesitant to use those services. I'd rather walk in and buy direct. But the truth is, those services save you money. You walk in and buy direct, very often, online you can find it, say, for 1,000 pesos, which is somewhere around $18, $19. You can find it for 1,000 pesos there, but you walk in direct, it'd be like 1,300 pesos, which is a considerable increase in price. So book it online, find your best deal. Also jockey the days around a little bit. So you set it for 1 week and you check that week out, but maybe just set it for not the weekend, but Monday through Friday. You might be able to get a Monday through Thursday, really, a couple hundred pesos lower, which is a reasonable amount of money to save, or maybe even more than that. But then if you book it for long term, covering the weekends and stuff, you might not. And there might be, I don't know the reasons for fluctuations, but I assume it has something to do with volume of travelers. But there are times the prices go up by about 40%, 30%, 20%. So they go high and then they drop down again. So, and that can happen in hours. So check the listing, check it in a few hours. If you find a really good price and you're sure you want to stay in the hotel, lock it in. And anyway, that's just a tip for you. So the online services really do work. I had one bad experience. I can't remember the name of the hotel, but it was in Manila. So we booked on Agoda. Now, I booked on Agoda before, no problem. We went to the hotel and it was madhouse busy. So there were a lot of people there. They claim they never got the reservation. Maybe. I have my doubts. So, and I'm not mentioning the name of the hotel, so no bad reputation given, because I don't know. But we got there. I got there, man, and paid money for a taxi, went over there with all my luggage, sat in the lobby for 2 hours, more like an hour and a half. Had a call for another grab to go to another hotel. Very frustrating. Not a cool situation. You really don't want to sit there sweating, right? With all your stuff, in a failed booked room. But I don't blame Agoda. I really think it was the hotel. I think they sold our room to a higher paying customer. Don't know. Don't really know. Can't say. But overall, man, the experience is fantastic. So if you boys and girls want to come over, I do recommend it. Don't expect everything to be dirt cheap, because it's not true. So if you go to, I went to find an alternative to eating out. You know, you order fast food all the time. Number one, it's not healthy. Number two, it's expensive. I mean, it's a little cheaper than America, but it's still expensive. So I went to the store and I wanted to buy a rice cooker. So simple thing, in a rice cooker, you can make soup, you can make hot water for coffee, right? Instant coffee, and a bunch of things, you know, hot dogs, whatever. So it's a way of saving money. So I went to the store thinking, oh yeah, I'm in the Philippines and I'll be able to buy a rice cooker for $10, you know, the equivalents. And the reality was I couldn't. The smallest rice cooker they had was $35. The small one. It had a little steamer on top too. So you could steam hot dogs and burgers or veggies or whatever you want. And the point was I was shocked. I'm like, not everything's cheaper? Not everything's cheaper at all. In fact, their fruits and vegetables, and this is in Subic, Olongapo, which is about an hour and a half outside of Manila. You know, Olongapo in the Subic region, went to the local grocery store, and you know, to buy 4 oranges was roughly $4. To buy a bag of grapes was, from one person, one vendor, was $8. I mean, they're probably imported. I mean, I get it. To buy a melon was a little bit decent priced. It was actually a long, skinny melon about this big. Was still like $4.50. So this fantasy that you're gonna go buy a watermelon or something for $1, I mean, it's not true. It's not true at all. And so be aware of that. Don't fall for that. No, I will say, probably if you're in a province that grows their own food, maybe fresh corn, yeah, I don't know, various types of fruit, mangoes, whatever. Even the mangoes are expensive. You might find a whole lot better. Now, like I said, I'm in the Manila area, and then I'm in Olongapo, and also now Angeles City, which is a party city. So, you know, you really can't judge the prices. But don't come here and automatically assume everything's going to be cheap. Don't think you're going to live for $10 a day. It's just not going to happen. So far, I'm open for it. I'm open for the idea, man. I wouldn't mind myself a nice little place in the province with some chickens and great neighbors. I mean, I could see the potential for being here long term. But it's a nice place. Very exciting. And it's been a life changer too, because staying at home at my job, behind the computer all day for years on end, dear God, I mean, I was gaining weight. I started having mobility problems, my joints. I had some sort of arthritic problem, gout, the doctor says, but whatever it is, when I had an attack, there were times that to get off a chair was a struggle. To get off the chair and go to the bathroom became a struggle. And I put up with that for like a year, thinking, I could fix it with diet or something, but I never did. I never was able to. I went to the doctor and he prescribed some medication for me, which I don't like taking, but it works. Okay, so I think it's ibuprofen, whatever. I won't say the medicine names because I don't know the names, but they worked. So you take the prednisone, for instance, prednisone and a couple others. They reduce those crystals in your joints, and in a day or so, you can walk again. Pretty amazing. But I gotta beat this. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, is for long-term health. I'm walking a lot. I'm adventuring a lot. I'm doing the vlog for you guys. I mean, this is a matter of survival. It's for life and death for me, man. This isn't just here for total fun. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not here just blowing my money, having laughs. I'm here to avoid what was the inevitable in the state I was. I don't think I was going to live more than a few more years. I was 320 pounds. I'm a muscular big guy. At least I was. But 320 pounds, and then I sit all day. And then I get up from work and I would sit down in the living room and watch TV. Or maybe play a game on the computer, which is where I lived in the first place. And so my hips and my joints, it's just not working. However, since I've been here 6 weeks and I have not been on a diet, it's just the activity and also maybe not spending as much on food because I'm on a budget. But anyway, I don't know how much weight I lost, but I went from here to here, right? So my pants are loose on me and stuff. I can definitely see a difference. And I can walk again. There are times that I get a flare up, several times actually, and I have to take the medicine to beat it back. But all being said, this is a rapid journey to recovery. So thank God for that. I do appreciate that very, very much. And I hope to continue that journey. So like and subscribe, guys. It helps. It really does. Because I'm depending on this now. I have my life savings I'm burning through to do this. And you say, why would you burn through your life savings to do this? And it's because the simplest way to describe it is 3 main words. 4, fat, sick, and nearly dead. Okay, 5 words. I was fat, sick, and nearly dead, man. And miserable. Miserable. I mean, not a miserable person, but was not healthy, man. And I was declining fast. And all that happened, I went from running and playing and riding on a motorcycle and doing jumps and popping wheelies, having a good time. 4 years, I became sedentary. Total decline. My health went like this. And now, thank God, it's coming back. Now, that being said, don't think you're going to come to the Philippines and magically get healthy, because you're not. If you come here and sit in a hotel and use Grab, which is like Uber back home, and order Pizza Hut, which you can, and order McDonald's, which you can, and fast food and so on and so forth, it's going to be the same thing. There's no difference. There's no magic medicine here. The magic medicine is getting off your butt and moving. That's the magic medicine. But I encourage you guys to try, man. Never give up. Never give in. So obviously I've not done a whole lot of editing right now. But Buhay Philippines. And I do appreciate your support. If you want to see me continue this journey, man, you can buy me a cup of coffee at the link below the video. You can donate any amount of money you want. It could be $5 or it could be $100. It could be anything. And if you do, I want to say thank you ahead of time. I really, really do appreciate your support. If you guys want to see live streams, question and answer sessions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will consider doing that. I got to figure out how to do it. I'm not an expert in streaming, but I'm sure it doesn't take too much to figure out. So I'd be happy to have some chats with you guys too. And I haven't drank very much of my Tiger, but I will tell you, the little bit I drink, that's a strong beer. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Drone Day. Yeah, this was Drone Day. This was just filmed yesterday. I don't know what the title will be. If I did, I'd tell you right now. But it was the first time I was able to fly the drone. Very impressed with the results. Didn't do too much, but did some. Very impressed. You just never know what you're going to run across or what you're going to see on the road. People, thus far, absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure the people in the lobby, by the way, give you guys a look around. This is where I am. This is my edit here. The pigs are interesting. So we're driving behind a cart full of squealing pigs, probably off to meet their maker. Oh, here they are. I'm going to keep the pigs because I think they're interesting. This is something you literally will never ever see in the places I come from. The boys.
Oh, pissed off pig.
Yeah, one pig like put his nose underneath the butt of the other pig and flipped him up in the air.
Yeah, the money shot, baby. That was the money shot.
Yeah. Cool, man. That was awesome.
Chill time. Chill time in the province.
This
Guys,
Tiger
it's a nice piece of
Black,
break from the city.
this Tiger Black Strong is actually really strong. 6.9. Now I had a lot of ice in there, but look what I have left. I've been drinking this for like 20 minutes and feeling a legitimate buzz on it too.
Oh wait, we're leaving the hard top, entering the dirt. Oh no, not again. We're entering the dirt, brothers and sisters of the realm. Welcome to the dirt. Wow, it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this thing's amazing.